Dear students, welcome to the fourth sem class. In this class, you are going to study the C programming. Today is the eighth class on C. Let us begin with what we studied in the last class. In the last class, we studied the definition of the operator and the types of the operators available. And in detail we studied about the arithmetic operators. Okay, today we are continuing with operators available in the C language. In the last class you completed the arithmetic operators. In today's class we are going to complete relational operators, logical operators and the assignment operators. Let us begin the class with assignment operator. In the last class only we studied about the operator definition. Equal to is called the assignment operator. What is the work of this assignment operator in the C program? Assignment operator is nothing but what? It is used to assign the data to an identifier. Okay, so we studied the identifier. What are the identifiers and how we are going to declare the identifiers? Okay, we are going to assign the values to the identifier using this assignment operator. Assigning some work. Correct? The common meaning is assigning work. So here what happens? Assigning the values, that is nothing but assigning the data to an identifier is called a assigning operator, assignment operator. Okay, so let us see the format of this assignment statement. That means how you are going to assign values, or we are going to say that data to the variables. So what is the syntax means? Variable, assignment operator. Now onwards you have to say that it is assignment operator, not an equal to operator. Till now we are saying that it is called a equal to operator. But whenever we are using in the C program, you have to say that it is it is assignment operator. Here you are going to write any values. If you want, you can take the expressions also. Okay, so here you are going to see some examples for all. So in the example what I have taken, so number NUM is the name of the variable. Number, assignment operator, 60. Okay, here what happens, this 60 is assigned to the variable number. So this 60 is a data is assigned to this number variable. So that is why this equal to is called the assignment operator. Similarly, you can write A equal to 5, B equal to 8. Okay. So A and B are the variables. Okay. Next. So another one example is sum is equal to A plus B. So just you remember in the first program what I have written, sum is equal to A plus B. Okay. That means so what we have written in the syntax here, you can write the expression also. A plus B is nothing but what? It is an expression. Okay, assignment operator can also be used in the expression. Okay, and another one thing. So here you remember this was what somewhat different, and these are called the shorthand assignment operator. That means here A equal to A plus 1. What is the meaning? A is already assigned. You think that A equal to 5. In the program, first we are writing A is equal to 5. That is 5 is assigned to the A variable. And next A is equal to, what happens? A plus 1 is nothing but 5 plus 1. Okay. The same thing, if you want, you can write as A plus equal to 1. A plus equal to 1 is same as A is equal to A plus 1. So here plus equal to, plus and this assignment operator, what you have written, no? It is called a shorthand assignment operator. Okay, because in short we are writing, so that is why it is called a shorthand assignment operator. Okay, let us revise. What is assignment operator? The operator which assigns the values or the data to an identifier. The format of this assignment operator is variable, assignment operator, value or expression. Okay. Here the examples for the value and here the expression, here the example for the expression. And another one thing we should understand in the assignment operator, that is plus and equal to is called a shorthand assignment operator. Okay, here num is equal to 60. Number is a one variable. A is also variable. B is also a one variable. Whenever you are assigning the value, it is very necessary that you have to declare that variables. Before declaration, it is not possible to assign the value. That means you have to tell the computer that which type of the data you are taking. Is it integer or is it float? So another one thing here, if you think that I have declared NUM as a one float NUM, then you have to write here 60.6 or 60.8. That means point value if you want to take, then you have to declare that as a float. Okay. So similarly, if you want, you can take the expression. It is not like that. If you want, you can take A plus B plus A plus C, like that. Any number of the expression you can take. In detail, we are going to study what happens when you declare integer and what happens when you declare float. Okay, all the things we are going to study one by one. With the programs also you are going to study. Always what happen, value is assigned from right to left. Another one important thing here, you can ask the question, or you can you are say thinking that why we have to write like this. Can I write 60 equal to num, or 5 equal to A, or 8 equal to B? Is it possible? No, it is not possible. Always what happens, whatever you have written in the right side, no, that is assigned to the left side. Okay, here also just for example, we have written here 8 is assigned to B. That you have to remember, that is always the values is assigned from right to left, not from left to right. Usually we are writing always A equal to 5, B equal to 8 only we are writing. But here it is one rule is also there. You can't write 5 is equal to 8. Sorry, 5 is equal to 8 is also not possible. Okay, similarly 60 is equal to num is also not possible. Okay, now let us move to the relational operator. Okay, so till now what we have studied is the assignment operator and the arithmetic operators. Okay, so to perform the arithmetical operations, we are using the arithmetic operator. To assign any values to the variables, they are the identifiers. We are using the assignment operator. What do you mean by relational operator? Okay, I want to compare the quantities, or I want to compare some two quantities. Actually, comparison means I need the two quantities. Okay, for some comparison, we need the relational operator. Why we need the relational operator? I want to compare any two quantities. Okay, any two magnitudes of the quantities. Then we are going to use the relational operator. For example, you can say that which is the highest number, which is the greatest number, which is the lowest number, which is equal, not equal. Like that, we want to compare the numbers or any magnitudes or any quantities. Then we are going to use the relational operator. And remember that whenever we are using the relational operator, we are able to get the answers in true or false. Okay, how you are going to get the answers? Answers is in true or false. So, what are the relational operators available in the C language? Okay, here what happens? Double equal to is nothing but equal. If you want to compare the values, I want to compare my number 4 and 5. Then how you are going to write? 4 double equal to 5. Then in the C program what happens? It is going to check is the 4 is equal to 5. If it is true, then that means if it is correct, then it is going to give it as true. If it is false, then it is going to give it as false. Okay. Similarly, what happens? So here this is the one not symbol is there and equal to is there. This is used for the not equal to. Okay, I want to check that 4 is not equal to 5. So 4 is not equal to 5. Then you are going to use this symbol. Okay, and this is what our commonly using the less than and the greater than symbol. The same is there, nothing is changed in the C also. Okay, that means what? So just here if 4 is greater than 5 or 5 is less than 4. Like that we are using this. And next this is whatever greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. Okay, in some situations we have to check this also. Okay, depends on the programs we are going to utilize these operators. Okay, what are the relational operators and why we are going to use that relational operators? To compare the any two quantities, we are using the relational operator. Always the result of this relational operator is in the form of true or false. There are how many relational operators are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Totally 6 relational operators are there. First one is called equal to, second one is not equal to, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, and these are the symbols for the relational operators, and this is what your meanings for the operators. Okay. So whenever we are writing the program, we are using all these operators, depends on the applications. If I am writing the program for the greatest of two numbers, then we are going to use this relational operator. Correct? Similarly, we will going to write the programs also in the next class. Okay. So let us study the logical operator. The next one is what your logical operator. What are the logical operator? The logical operators combine two or more relational expressions. These operators are similar to digital electronics, gates and the truth tables. Okay. Logical operator. By this also you can say that the operator which are going to perform the logical operations, then they are called the logical operators. What are the logical things? Logical is nothing but we are studied in the digital electronics. Logic gates you have studied. What are they are going to perform? They are going to perform and, or and the not. The same thing you can perform using the C language. So the operations, that means the logical operations. What are the logical operations? And, or, and the not. They are the basic logical operations that are going to performed by the C language. For that we are going to use the logical operators. What are the logical operators you see here? First is this double ampersand. Double ampersand is nothing but it is going to perform the work of logical and. Okay, double ampersand is nothing but it is going to perform the logical and. Similarly, two vertical lines if you are writing, then they are going to perform the logical or. Then this is what your one exclamation mark is there. That is one vertical line and the one full stop. When you have written, then this is going to perform the logical not. Okay, these are the basic logical operations in the digital electronics. And this is going to perform the same as the truth table we are writing for the gates. Okay, let us remind. Here I have given in first column the logical operators, and in the second column it is going to give you the meanings. Okay, so whenever you are interested to perform the logical and operation, okay, then you are going to use the two ampersand signs. Okay, if you are interested to do the logical or, then you are going to use the two vertical bars. Similarly, for the not, if you are taking a one vertical bar with a small dot, then it is going to perform the logical not. Okay, this is about what your logical operations. Students, we will do the programs on all the operators when I completing the all the operators. Okay, so that it is very easy to understand. Okay, these are the books what I am using for the programming. Okay, this is once again my concern to my students. Stay home, stay safe and stay healthy. You are very precious to your family. And this is once again very important. Go through the video again for the better understanding. And one point I want to clear you. Now onwards you have any doubts, means please put the doubts in the Teachment app only. Because there should, if you are putting in any platforms it in the comments or in the Telegram, means it may miss. It is not possible to follow all the platforms. Okay, once it may be missing. So that is why my concern is, let us it that means I am not interested to miss any one of you if the comments are missed. Okay, so that is why my concern is put your comments in the Teachment tab. Okay, another thing is today I have put the assignment for you. Please submit the assignment in the Teachment tab only.